Shalom, shalom, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This lesson we're going into today is called Proof that Esau is a so-called white man. Start off at Genesis 36, 36th chapter of Genesis.
Maybe your house looks good covered in toilet paper. Give those monsters what they want. Get your fingers on some.
This is Genesis 36 and 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan, Ada, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite, and Abila, the daughter of Anna, the daughter of Abila, the daughter of Anna, Shalakia, the daughter of Zebeon, the Hevite, and Bathsheba, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nebaioth. So these is the wives that Esau took. Now you got to understand that these Canaanite women, they had leprosy. You see what I'm saying? They was cursed with leprosy. They was white, lepers. How can we prove that? Let's go to Leviticus 14 and 34. Leviticus 14 and 34. It's saying, when ye be come into the land of Canaan, which I gave to you for a possession, and I put the plague of leprosy in the house of the land of your possession. So the Lord put the plague of leprosy in the house of the possession of the Israelites. So he put leprosy there. Now, the daughters of Canaan were white. They were lepers. They was living in Canaan. They was getting plagued with the disease that was in Canaan. Now, the daughter of Ishmael, Bathsheba, was not a Canaanite. She was a Ishmaelite. So that's where they get to distinguish. They say that Esau is not the white man. He's the Arabs or the Saudi Arabia or whatever. That's because they say that, because you got to understand that Esau had kids in his generations. They adopted to the Arabs or the Ishmaelites, Saudi Arabia. They adopted to that his own seed. Even you got Arabs that look white like Esau, the white man, that look white like the white man today. You have that. So when you guys say that Esau is not the white man, you got to understand that Esau, he took a daughter of Ishmael's. He took a daughter of Ishmael. You see that? So if he had kids by her, quite naturally they will grow up, and they would, if they not adopted into Esau or the children's culture or way of life, they're gonna adopt to the way of life of their grandfather, Ishmael. You see that? That's common sense, man. Now, let me show you something real quick. Let me learn you something, man. Genesis 26. I'm going to show you something real quick. Something real spiritual. This is Genesis 26 and 34. It's saying, and Esau had 40 years, and Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judith. It say the daughter of Beri, the Hittite. It say Bathsheba, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite, which are Salakia, which were a grief of the mind unto Isaac and Rebekah. So they were grieved, man, because he did this. Let me read that again, man. It say which were a grief of the mind of Isaac and Rebekah. Now, why was it a grief to them that he did this, that Esau did this? Genesis 24. This is Genesis 24 and 3. It say, and I will make thee swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and the God of the earth, that thou shalt not take a wife unto my son. Thou shalt not take a wife unto my son of the daughters of Canaan. So this is what Abraham told his servant to to not let Isaac do this. So Isaac is the father of Esau. This is why they were grief, because Esau did this. He went against the grain of his grandfather, because Esau's grandfather is Abraham. His father is Isaac. So it's the same thing to go down onto the pedigree that he didn't want him to do that. Now let's go to what leprosy is. Let's go to what leprosy is before I bring it all the way home. This is on Leviticus 13. Leviticus 13, Salakia. Leviticus 13 and 39. Salakia 13 and 19. It's saying, it's Salakia. And in the place of the bill there be a white rising or a bright spot, white and somewhat reddish, and it be shown to the priest. And if when the priest seeth it, behold, it be in sight lower than the skin, and the hair thereof be turned white, the priest shall pronounce him unclean. So that's your leprosy right there. That's leprosy. It say it is a plague of leprosy broken out of the bill. Now this is Leviticus the 13 and 30. It say the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be a yellow thin hair, if it be a yellow thin hair, blonde hair, the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a dry skull, even a leprosy upon the head or beard. So that's what leprosy is. Now the daughters of Canaan had leprosy. Now when Esau had children by the Canaanite women, his kids came out looking as you see the so-called white people today. Now let's prove that it was a different nation from his brother Jacob. Esau was a different nation from his brother Jacob. Let's get into it. This is Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So they say Esau ain't ain't the brother of Jacob. Yes, he is. It's just his 2 different nations, man. I don't believe that Esau was our brother. That's what they say, man. These people that don't believe it, they say, I don't believe that Esau is Jacob's brother or thy brother. But the scriptures tell you it was 2 different nations was in our womb. So, and it say the one people shall be stronger than the other. Let me jump down. 25. And the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So Esau came out red all over, like a hairy garment. So if he married Canaanite women, right, that was white, and you have babies by them, which they was white, they had blonde hair, the Canaanite women, and then you take a man that was red and you fuse that together and you have kids, you get the so-called white race, man. You see what I'm saying? You get the so-called Edomites. Now, Esau did take Ishmael's daughter. You see what I'm saying? Because you see a lot of pale Arabs today. So it's nothing different.